Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Got tongue-tied there for a second. Good afternoon. What's going on with everybody? So, this was not a planned live stream. It's gonna be quick. Just kind of talking about the Boost Infinite iPhone access. This is pretty interesting, right? On the day that Apple had their event. So, if you guys want to comment what you guys thought of the Apple event, what was your favorite part of it? Feel free to go ahead and do that in the chat. Or if you're part of the replay crew, go ahead and drop that in the comments as well. Everything Tech, hello, what's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate you for being here. We're gonna take a look at this plan, and I'm laughing because I don't know. I'm a little reserved on this. A little reserved on it. I think it's cool. It's cool, especially if you're an Apple fanatic and you want the latest iPhone every year. This might be an option for you. But yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's just kind of take a look at it. So notice this. Earlier today, looked at this. And let me just make it just a tad bit. So too many notifications. Let's make it bigger. There we go. All right, so Boost Infinite basically announced this. Coming soon, Infinite access for iPhone. And of course, you can put your email here, sign up, be the first to know about the drop. Really what it is, coming soon. Latest iPhone every year, no trade-in required to get started, unlimited wireless on America's smart network, $60 a month. So, the iPhone 14 on us promo that they were running was $50 a month, right? Because it gave you basically the iPhone 14 and the Unlimited Plus plan that they have. This one is $60. Why? Right? So it tells you right here a little bit about it. Infinite access for iPhone. What's included? You get the iPhone 15 on us, complete with the unlimited talk, text, and data on America's smart network. So now they're referring to it as America's smart network. Yeah, that's because it chooses which network you're going to go on. Unlimited wireless. Enjoy unlimited talk, text, and data on America's smart network. Customizable add-ons are available post-activation to tailor your plan to your needs. I would assume that this would actually have those add-ons on for the price that you're paying for it, $60 bucks a month. But okay. Anyways, new iPhone every year. Your Infinite Access for iPhone plan comes with the perk of upgrading to the latest iPhone annually, courtesy of Boost Infinite. And let's see here. Part of it's cut off right here. No trade-in required. Yeah, so you don't have to trade in. As it goes here, purchase the Infinite Access for iPhone. Just select your iPhone 15 and check out. No trade-in required to get started. Activation is easy. Get up and running on your own in a few quick taps and have one of our activation specialists handle everything for you. You can always keep your current number with Boost Infinite, or you can get a new one, right? Limited talk and text and data on America's smart network. One thing they're leaving out the 30 gigabytes of priority data access, but we'll see if they have that. Access Infinite, unlimited talk and text. So they're going to kind of compare that, right? So Infinite, unlimited, which is crazy. This is the you get the iPhone 14 on them, unlimited talk, text, and data on super fast 5G coverage. Mexico and Canada talk, text and data talk, or text and data, talk and text over 200 destinations. You can see more of the details right there for the Infinite Unlimited plan. So you choose your iPhone 14. You get the North America Connect included and the International Connect included for that Infinite Unlimited Plus. So I still want to know what this... yeah, it's crazy. That's access to Infinite. Okay, there we go. The little small stuff. The fine print here, I'm going to read it out. Basically says, offer available for well-qualified customers plus tax. Members using 30 gigabytes a month may experience lower speeds. Members who sign up for Infinite Unlimited Plus are eligible for an iPhone 14 on us. $830 via 36-monthly bill credits when you trade in an eligible device. So for that one, you have to trade in as it was, but I don't think that applies to this new one because it says no trading required. Members signing up on the Infinite Unlimited. Oh yeah, okay, talked about that. Boost Infinite access for iPhone terms. Here we go. Just kind of highlight that. Specific iPhone models subject to availability. Prices vary based on iPhone model selected. Offer and offer terms subject to modification at any time. That means that they can change this on you at any time that they want. Taxes and pre-credit price of phone due at sale. So you're going to be paying the taxes of the phone. Monthly $60 fee includes unlimited talk, text, and data on any iPhone 15 family model up to $1,000 and does not include taxes, regulatory fees, or surcharges. iPhone models over $1,000 will result in an additional monthly fee. Device financing agreement required, available only for qualified customers that purchase an iPhone 15 on the Infinite Access for iPhone plan. Other phones not eligible, limited to 5 lines per account. Members using 30 gigabytes or more of data a month may experience lower speed. See terms upon availability. So, you know what? This really, really is odd. This is odd. And, you know, I'm reserved about this. I love my Boost Infinite Early Access for $25 a month. Yeah, that's great. That's great that you love it. That's great that you love it. But this right here, I am going to call out Boost Infinite on this one. And I think that the only good thing out of this Infinite Early Access, whatever they want to call it, I think the only good thing that even comes out of this is that you get a new iPhone every year. Okay. I feel like that the reason why there's no trade-in required because you get the newest iPhone every year. So, you know, maybe you got to trade in, not trade in, but surrender back the iPhone 15. There's still more info that has to be released. When I last was with them, there was no talks about this circling around. So this just like a spur of the moment drop, because I guess like Boost Infinite is really trying to build this partner relationship with Apple, right? A lot of their promos is featured towards Apple. It's featured towards iPhones, right? Because they're not doing this type of thing. Like they don't have the Infinite Android Access plan. Obviously, they're not selling Google Pixels, at least not just yet. But I don't see anything like this for their Motorola. For Motorola, the Moto Edge Plus 2023, I don't see it for that. The craziest thing about this is it's almost as if like you're paying $35 a month for that iPhone without them telling you that you're paying it, right? Because the plan itself is $60 a month. It doesn't mention that it's North America Connect is added to it. Doesn't mention that International Connect is added to it. It just literally tells you that you're getting the Infinite Access plan, which is the $25 plan, and then you're getting the iPhone 15, and they're saying it's on them, and you get a new iPhone every year, so it's like you're paying every month for it. Yeah, it's good for those that want the new iPhone every year, but then at the same time too, like I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little sketchy on it because there's one verbiage that you got to read on the fine print. It is subject to change whenever they want it to. Okay, so right now it could be suitable for somebody that's like, yeah, definitely, I'll pay $25 for the Infinite Access plan. I'll get an iPhone 15 at an additional $35 more, making my monthly bill $60 a month, right? And that seems fine. That seems great, you know. But they can change that at any given time. It says it right there in the fine print. So even if you were to sign up for it 5 months down the road, they were to change something, you can't really go into them with this attitude of like, you know, you guys breached the contract, I'm gonna sue you, because it's in the fine print. They told me they are keeping Unlimited Plus, but don't know why they need both of these. Because they're trying to justify the reasonings of getting, so like you're thinking you're getting an iPhone 14 for free. I'm just gonna kind of like just shell this out here. You're thinking that you're getting the iPhone 14 for free because they're throwing in the perks of like these add-ons to say, yeah, this is why you're $50 a month. But it's like it's almost in a way just like shadowing the fact that you are in fact paying monthly for the iPhone 14. They're just putting it in verbiage where it's like you're not paying for it by them saying, yeah, you're not paying for the iPhone 14. You're paying for Infinite Access plus North America Connect plus International Connect, right? And even if you were just like to strip away the iPhone 14 and just look at the Unlimited Plus plan itself, right? $25 for Infinite Access, and then $10 on top of that makes it $35 for the North America Connect, and then another $10 on top of that for the International Connect makes it $45. So you're paying $5 more on the iPhone 14 Unlimited Plus promotion plan than if you were to strip away getting the free iPhone and paying only $45, $5 less. Y'all catch that? And you know, I don't, like I said, I don't have any ill will against Boost Infinite. I wish them all the best. It was awesome, you know, working with them for a while. But you know, sometimes they do these things and it's just like, this was part of my aggravation was like, why are you doing this? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like for those that really want the iPhone, of course, this is going to attract them. Okay. This is going to attract them. And I think that's great. Infinite needs this. They need more people coming in. They need more traffic coming in. They need to grow. The whole idea of this is for them to grow. Yeah, I know that we folks still get the plan because anything that is said you get an upgrade every year, everyone just does not care. No one really reads the fine print. You know what I mean? But see, I'm not talking from a content creator's point of view. I'm not talking from a consumer's point of view. I'm talking from a customer rep point of view that deals with the backlash behind the scenes. When people call in pissed off because something is subject to change and it changes, they freaking flip. They flip. It's always the same bullshit thing. You guys are screwing me. You're stealing my money. I'm going to call the Better Business Bureau. I'm going to sue you. And it's like, did you read the fucking fine print where it says that we are subject to change it at any given time? And you still accepted it and you still signed up for it. You know what I mean? So my point of this is not to deter anybody away from this plan. My point of this is to highlight the biggest key point in all of this, and that it is subject to change at any time they choose to change it, which means that they can begin charging you a fee, or they can say, yeah, you know, you're not going to get the like they could change it and be like, yeah, you get the iPhone 15 now, and then by the time the iPhone 16 comes out next year, they can change it and be like, oh, well, to get the iPhone 16 on this, you have to surrender your iPhone 15. Well, then what's the fucking point? Then you are actually trading in something. You're just not trading in whatever you want for it. You have to surrender back the iPhone 15. I'm not saying that they're going to do that, but it's those little things that I start to get sketchy about, right? Like at first glance, without all that stuff, right? Looking at the entire plan itself and what it's offering, okay, you know, you're getting an iPhone 15. It's the newest phone that just was announced today. Like, who's not going to nut in their pants for an iPhone 15 and a shot at it at this, right? All you got to do is just pay the taxes. So let's say like the taxes in your state is like, you know, 8.2%. Then that's what you're paying the day you order this. That is what you're paying to get started. You're paying the taxes. The phone itself credited, unless you get the higher model one, which is over $1,000 with more storage capacity, well, then you are going to be paying a monthly fee because you got to pay the difference, right? So it only covers up to $1,000 of the price of the phone. Okay. And I went back here because I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see it. And I think you guys should be able to see that. If not, I'll just do this. If your credit is bad, you won't be able to get the iPhone every year, just the service, and that's all. Well, not even the service, because remember, you still got to have semi-decent credit for the service. Like, I've seen people with a 500 credit score get a line of service on Boost Infinite. What I have not seen is anyone that's like in the 600s get approved for phone financing. Maybe on the higher 600s into 700s, but I've never seen low 600s get approved for phone financing. So if you have the iPhone 14 and you want to trade it in, but still paying on it, so you got to pay off the phone. The iPhone 15 is coming to select Boost Mobile stores, the titanium. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can go to Boost Mobile prepaid because the whole thing of them trying out for, like, Boost Infinite was doing a beta test running in a couple of Colorado Boost Mobile stores, and that failed. I don't know if you guys know that, but that failed. They shut it down. So those Boost Mobile stores that was selling Boost Infinite service through the store stopped selling it. They just shut it down. So if you go back into those stores in Colorado, it's just Boost Mobile prepaid only. I don't know why it failed, because I know that at some point that they were invested in the fact of actually having physical stores. But yeah. But anyways, says right here, offer and offer terms subject to modification at any time. Right there. Boost Infinite access for iPhone terms. Simple as that. And that is the big problem. Just this part right here. Just this line. That's the problem. Because that means they can change it to anything they want. There is no limitations, and this is legal terminology, like not terminology, but this is legal pertinent information on the website, right? So if you were to sue them, they can say that it was there, clear as daylight for you to read, because they know nobody's really gonna stop to read all this. They know that. You hear a lot of people tell you like, "Hey, read the fine print. Read the fine print." Like people don't fuck around. Read the fine print. You're gonna pay full price on prepaid, slightly lower, maybe like $100 less. I noticed for Boost Mobile prepaid, it's like when you pay for the iPhones, or you pay for any other devices that come out brand new, like the Galaxy S series, like unlocked model of Galaxy S series could be like $799, and Boost Mobile will sell it at $699. So it's slightly, I don't want to say subsidized, but it's slightly reduced, but not by much. See, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like I'm not gonna say like, oh, you're totally wrong, Gene. But I mean, you're an everyday consumer and you don't read the fine print. So how's everyone supposed to know that this offer is subject to change, be modified at any time? It says modified. They're choosing their verbiage wisely, because anyone that does actually read this, they're more looking for, is this subject to change? And if they see change, that's gonna kind of put a little halt to it. Seeing modified, some people will just look past that. That's why they're putting this plan out there, just to get the masses to order up. Besides, people get confused enough with a regular postpaid plan. I can see that. A lot of consumers that take to social media to talk about Boost Infinite, and people got to understand, they're not talking bad about them because they hate their guts, but there are things that are a bit confusing. And when they call in to get these answers to the questions that they have, they get like 2 or 3 different answers, and that causes even more confusion. I really wish they would. Like, you know what? Like this is going to give Boost Infinite some business. I honestly see that happening. I do see people that's going to call in. This is also going to give a lot of arguments over the phone, and a lot of back and forth yelling and screaming from customers to the rep, and the rep having to eat all that yelling at and remain calm. I can already see this. I'm not even with them anymore, and I can already see this, because you're going to have people that's going to call in and they're just going to think they're going to get an iPhone. They're like, I have $60 on my debit card. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. They're not realizing that you have to qualify for device financing, that you have to qualify for a line of service, right? Everything is already basically confusing. Like Boost Infinite went exactly opposite of what I hoped they would become. Like, I had hoped that this tri-network connection that they were saying in the beginning, I had hoped that was the thing they were going to bring to the table. Because even though it sounds confusing, it's less confusing if your device can smart switch between Dish, T-Mobile, AT&T, right? Like Google Fi did with US Cellular, T-Mobile, and Sprint. It was able to smart switch, right? That was talks in the beginning. That's not talks anymore with Boost Infinite. Now it's just throwing people on whatever they think is like the best coverage in their area. And they have the system, the algorithm actually do that for them. Nobody has access to freaking put you on a specific network that you want to be on. You can call till you're blue in the face and yell at them and be like, put me on the T-Mobile access. They can't. There's not a button to click on the system that moves you over to that. It's Russian roulette. You get what you get. I mean, you can slightly choose to get on the T-Mobile network if you want to. That's just simply like buying your SIM kit through Amazon, because any of the Amazon placed orders is automatically generated to the T-Mobile network. They're not generated to AT&T or Dish 5G. So if you order your SIM kit from Amazon to get that promotional deal where you get the $25 kickback for buying the SIM kit online for $25, and you activate it, your SIM card that comes in the mail is going to be a T-Mobile Access SIM card for Boost Infinite. If you use an iPhone and you activate on eSIM, that still puts you on the T-Mobile Access. However, I have seen some that done it through eSIM activation and ended up on the AT&T side. So, I mean, there are a lot of things that still kind of like being ironed out with Boost Infinite in their systems. They got a long way to go for growth. But this is what I would tell people to worry about. That right there specifically is that the offer can be modified at any time that Boost Infinite feels. You yelled at them? I'm glad you didn't get me on the phone, dude. I kill it with kindness. I'd have been such the nicest person to you on the phone if you screamed at me, because I know deep in my heart that pisses people off if you're not affected by their yelling. Oh man, they probably would have loved me in their retention department because I can handle getting screamed at all day on the phone. I think my wife heard me got yelled at one time on the phone by a customer, and just like how composed, calm, and when you smile, you sound happy. Your voice sounds happy on the call. So I stayed in a positive frame rate, smiling and everything like that, and just kind of talking to them, just be like, yeah, I understand. And of course, I'd be frustrated too. And they were getting mad. They were getting so mad. Like if they saw me in person, they probably would have just socked me in my face out of frustration. That's how mad they were getting. Yeah, yelling at a customer rep gets you nowhere because you're not physically there where they are. And even though they can't show it on the call, they can emotionally detach themselves from wanting to help you. And then you're just going to get like the bare minimum help. My Infinite Early Access is on the AT&T network. That's what they told me. Yeah. Majority of those that were on the early Infinite Access were put on AT&T. I have not ever come across an account that had an early access, Infinite plan that was on T-Mobile. Very rare did I see that. But just with the regular release of the Infinite Access plan, you can be put on T-Mobile or AT&T. And then as of July of this year, Dish 5G is active in certain places, but there's still like I still don't see like any prerequisites to get that connection. Like it's just luck of the draw when you sign up for it. US Mobile now updated with 45-day free trial via SIM card or eSIM. That's nice. That's actually a good thing. I know a lot of the companies were doing like eSIM free trial, you know what I mean, but weren't doing a SIM card trial. So that's cool that US Mobile's doing that, because people might want to try US Mobile and they may not have an eSIM available like device, So like that. When it says America Smart Network, does that mean Dish native? No, it just means that you can be on AT&T, T-Mobile, or Dish, whatever the system puts you on. They say it's smart because the system is supposed to know which carrier is the best in your area based upon your zip code, based upon the address that you provide, right? Because remember I told you, like, we don't choose what network you go on. Once you activate and it selects that network, we can't change that. Like, there's not a way for us to change that. And I don't work with them anymore, so I gotta take that back. There's not a way for them to change that. I've been trying US Mobile. I signed up for them in July. I had a 100-day free trial. Now it's a 45-day free trial. Yeah, but now you get a physical SIM card. Too bad it's not Google Fi. Yeah, it may change down the road. If they figure out like Boost Infinite has a lot of things to kind of fix, right? I'm not bullshitting anybody when I say that the cyber attack that happened to them really fucked everything up for them, like royally. Even their finances is bad. When you read, like if you read, and you follow the stock market, right? You see where Dish dropped its stocks and how much it dropped, man. That's a massive fucking loss for a company. And when you got the owner of the company, Charlie Ergen, that's fucking lobbying for money out there in the Middle East and up there in Washington and trying to get them to do all these things, what is it right now? T-Mobile is trying to, because Dish doesn't have the money to buy the 800 megahertz spectrum, that T-Mobile wants to sell that to somebody else, but Dish is trying to block them from doing that because they do want it. They do want to buy it, but they just don't have that money to just buy it right now. They spent a lot of their money building out the network because they had to meet the quota come June, or I think it was June or July. They had to meet that quota of covering 70% of the country. And again, I emphasize 70% of the country doesn't mean 70% of land mass. It means 70% of the US population. They have Dish 5G in a lot of metropolitan areas, a lot of cities. Rural America is where they're lacking in right now. But what they're focused on, I'm building out on. They're focused on that. Well, of course, it's a little bit different because of their ORAN network that they're building upon. The lack of LTE, because they're not using LTE for a fallback, so it's not NSA 5G at all whatsoever. It's standalone because all they have is their 5G. They don't have LTE or 3G. So that's why it's kind of hard for, well, not really hard, because some people ask me, like, if you're on the Dish 5G and you reach 30 gigs of data, do they slow you down? Yes, they still do. They will throttle. They will throttle on their own network. You know what I mean? It's kind of I guess it's a different way of throttling, because it's not dropping you to 2G speeds, because they don't have 2G, but they can throttle your actual data, your data access. I don't know if you use a VPN, if that kind of like bypasses it. I know they're still finishing up the Republic Wireless migration, and hopefully that's getting better. I'm listening to people on the Facebook group that I have about Boost Infinite, and a lot of them are still frustrated with the Republic Wireless migration. And I hope that they learned a lot from that migration, because Project Genesis is next. Project Genesis customers are going to be migrated over to Boost Infinite. But not bad at all if you still qualify for it. Still qualify for free up, and then, you know, whatever advantage you want to take, you know, to basically save dollars. These days you absolutely need to take all these shortcuts. You need to take all these things to fucking save a dollar and make it stretch. I mean, Jesus, you know, you know, me and my kids, I mean, like literally in 1 month I spend about $800 in groceries in 1 month. You know, and I don't get what I used to get for $800 of groceries. You know, I used to get a hell of a lot more groceries for the family at just $500 a month on food. But not anymore, right? And gas is so expensive. Yeah, I still have that plan as well. Oh, you have the free up plan? Nice. Dish 5G is now available in my area, but the phone they offer is very, very expensive. Yeah, you gotta have a phone. I mean, the phone that they offer, you know, I know you're referencing the Moto Edge Plus 2023. But you can always check with them if you can get a hold of, not the unlocked version. I don't know if the unlocked version supports it, but if you can get a hold of a Moto G Stylus 2022 5G for Boost Mobile, that supports N70. So using the Rainbow SIM that's for the Dish 5G access will work in that phone. But you can always like get a hold of one of those phones and then check with them to see if it will get the Dish 5G SIM card if you were to add another line to your Boost Infinite account and bring your own device, as giving them the IMEI for them to check. Boost Mobile removed my grandfathered 14 grace period without my permission. Boost Mobile, how long ago was this? Because Boost Legacy is over. So if you've had this since the early days of Boost Mobile and you were on Boost, what they call Boost Legacy, they migrated everything over to what they call New Boost, which is Boost One, and that will, I mean, it changes it. It doesn't honor Boost Legacy policies, because it's Boost Legacy policies is Sprint. New Boost is Dish. Dish owns them. They bought them. They took them over. Happened 2 months ago that the 14-day grace period was taken away. And how long have you been with Boost? Well, Boost Mobile, let me clarify, because Boost Infinite is different. But how long have you been with Boost Mobile? That's crazy that it is. It's the same thing like with Republic Wireless. A lot of things that, you know, Republic Wireless customers are concerned about, because there's some of them that's on a more cheaper plan. And Thinking of joining T-Mobile. Been with them since 2014. Yeah, so you were with Legacy Boost. You were with them when Sprint still owned them. So a lot of the policies and a lot of the things that they had in place, like Dish ran that for, an additional year or so. Like after the acquisition of Sprint on T-Mobile, Boost didn't have anywhere to go, and Dish purchased them. But Dish kept a lot of Boost legacy stuff still running until they completely migrated all Boost mobile customers from the legacy Boost to the new Boost, which means also the policies and everything has changed. So yeah, I mean, it sucks because you don't get that 14-day grace period that you were getting before if you needed it. But yeah, I'm willing to bet the phone's locked to Boost Infinite. The phones are locked to Boost Infinite for 2 days. They are locked for 2 days. And in their unlock policy, it even states that once you activate a Boost Infinite purchase device, if you bought it outright. Now, if you're financing the phone, you can't get it SIM unlocked until you pay off the phone. But if you bought the phone outright, like you spent $500 or whatever the cost is for like the Moto Edge Plus 2023, if you bought it outright cash, after 2 days, you can request a network SIM unlock and they'll unlock it. Of course, I heard horror stories about that people have made multiple requests and it still doesn't get unlocked. That's a system issue. That's not them saying that, we're gonna lie to you guys. Like, no company does that. I think people think that these companies do this. Customer service reps don't sit around and go, we tricked him. He thinks he's getting his phone unlocked, but we're not gonna do it. They don't. There's nothing in it for them to keep your phone locked. Nothing in them for it. Like, they don't get bonuses because you stay. They don't. Boost Infinite and its whole thing is a no haggle, no hassle thing, right? And that's the truth. I'll tell you right now, their reps are not even allowed to try and make it uncomfortable for you if you call them and you say, give me my transfer PIN number and my account number. They can't sit there and be like, but why? Why are you looking to leave us to go to another carrier? What did we do so wrong? Here, this is what I can offer you. Like, they do have a loyalty team now. They have a retention team that handles all that. And they may offer you something, but you don't have to take it. And they're not in the position to make you feel cornered. Dish doesn't want anyone doing that. It's like you can go at your own free will. And of course, with a finance device, you can't just take that too. You gotta pay it off. My Boost Infinite service is an eSIM on my iPhone 13 mini. Cool. Mine's is on a SIM card in my Pixel 7a. And I'm excited because my Pixel 6a is arriving tomorrow. I got another one. They shipped it out. Got my email today tracking it. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow between 10:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. Let's see how good FedEx handles this one. The cable companies of the worst with that kind of... Yeah, a lot of them are, right? A lot of them are. Look, I'm not trying to deter anybody away from Boost Infinite with this iPhone access. Get a new iPhone every year on them. I think it's a great thing, especially if you love Apple products and you're in the Apple ecosystem and everything you have is Apple. This is great for you. But you guys got to understand though, there is that little fine print that I magnified for you guys to read. Offer and offer terms subject to modification at any time. Which means that they can change this on you at any time they want. No explanations need to be given. I'll be honest though. Hang on, let me catch that real quick. See, I'll be honest though, out of all the offerings, the Boost Infinite seems more attractive, especially if AT&T works in the area and T-Mobile. It will meet the needs of your average job. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying there's nothing that bad with the offering itself. Literally, you're getting the $25 Infinite access. You're paying $35 a month for the iPhone 15, whichever one of the 15 models, unless the price of that model goes over $1,000, then you're gonna be paying monthly on the difference. That's really what it is, hands down. Yeah, I prefer unlocked devices, but sometimes with prepaid deals, you can get some pretty silly good deals. Metro PCS right now, you can get the Nord N30 for 20 or the Pixel 6a for 50 plus 1 month. Yeah, I was actually thinking about getting the Pixel 6a on Metro because of that deal. Only problem is though, is that it's locked to the carrier. You would have to wait 6 months before they would unlock it. And if I want to stick that phone on Boost Infinite, I want to be able to do that. Borganato, what's up, man? Hello, welcome in. Let's see. Does this work for existing customers too? Adding a line. Existing customers got to add a line to get this. And simply, you could do it like this. I mean, you know, when I was a customer service rep, I couldn't tell you guys this, but I would just say this. If you add a line on Boost Infinite and you get this, okay, you can switch your devices around. All right, you can't cancel the line though. Let me be clear. You cannot cancel that line. If you add a second line, you cannot cancel it because that is where the agreement is attached to. Because again, this is a device finance agreement. So your credit is going to be run. You have to, you know, your credit has to pass in order for you to get this. So it's not, you know, you have Boost Infinite, I can just get this. Like, you have to be able to be approved for device financing. So they're going to run your credit on this. So be aware of that. So I guess that's effectively $60 or $90 respectively for each device. Well, if the device is over $1,000, whatever the difference is, right? So let's say like it's $1,050, maybe for like a, you know, pro model, 512 gigabyte model, right? Well, then you're gonna be paying that $50 extra. So yeah. Free device. Then you can cancel after 1 month, but you have to wait 5 or more months for them to be unlocked. On Metro by T-Mobile, yeah. Because I've had, what was it? I've had the OnePlus Nord N10 5G. I had that active on Metro for like, it was like a month and a half, and then I ported my number out, and the phone sat idle in my desk. And 6 months after I got the phone, I double checked it, turned it on, it had an update, did a software update, and then I put in a Google Fi SIM card. It worked, and I switched it out, and I put in a Boost Mobile SIM card in it, and it worked. So, yeah. If you suddenly find you don't like the terms, just purchase a device outright and request an unlock. Yeah, exactly. You can do that. There's also their 30-day money-back guarantee too as well. So if you add a line to your Boost Infinite account just to get this deal, you get the iPhone 15, whichever version you select to choose, you get that, and you start using it. If you don't like it and you don't want to pay full price for the phone, you have 30 days to give it back to them. 30 days money-back guarantee. If you want to keep the phone, just buy it outright. And yeah, then you can request it to be SIM unlocked. Now, big key thing I'm gonna tell people: if you request this thing to be device SIM unlocked, after you pay it off, before you leave and port your number out, make sure you request this. So pay off the device, right? Once they take the payment and they clear you and they give you, you know, a confirmation number of your payment, paying off the device, then tell them you want the device SIM unlocked to go on any network. Don't just hang up the call and then call back later when you want to port out somewhere else and be like, unlock my SIM too. Because your SIM card for Boost Infinite has to be in the phone and the services has to be on in order for that signal to reach your phone to SIM unlock it. It's not going to go over Wi-Fi. So just keep that in mind. If you're already a Project Genesis customer, then no, they're not going to run a credit check on you for a line of service. But if you try to device finance, they will. Mint Mobile has some good deals sometimes when Pixels come out. You get a year of coverage plus Pixel 7 Pro for like $600 or something like that. Yeah, that's actually pretty good too. If you can go like a whole year without a cell phone bill on Mint Mobile, that's a pretty damn good deal. I'm ready for my Metro Pixel 6a to be unlocked. One back to visible or either Boost. Got you. I got visible right now on my Pixel 5. And when my Pixel 6a arrives tomorrow, I'm probably going to activate the eSIM on the Pixel 6a for visible. And then my second Boost Infinite line, which is on the regular Infinite access, I'll throw that SIM card in there too. Because that one only has 30 gigs of priority data access. My early access Infinite plan has also the legacy add-on for the speed pass, so I do get the 20 gigs of extra data for $5 a month on top. So I pay $30 a month for the plan at 50 gigs of priority data access. Sometimes it doesn't always work because their data calculation fucking sucks. And it's been months that I've been giving feedback to fix the shit because I can't ever really see how much data I use. And before I was warned, because I did get in trouble one time. I looked at my own account one time because I wanted to know how much data I was using. And my boss reached out to me a couple of weeks later, was like, yeah, don't ever pull up your account open again. You can get fired for that. I'm like, okay, we'll never do that again. But when I did look, it was so fucking weird because it showed that my speed pass, because it shows speed pass and regular data in two different areas. So they're not combined together. And so my regular data was like 0.12 gigabytes. So it wasn't even a gigabyte of data usage. But my speed pass was burned through already. And it was only day one. It was day one of my bill cycle. And I was at work. Like, I was online working remotely from home. So I wasn't on my phone. So how did I burn 20 gigs of data in one day? Yeah, this shit didn't make sense. And I pointed that out because since I saw that and I saw how I was calculating it, I was like, fuck, that's a problem. So I sent feedback to the engineers like, hey, your data calculation is off. And then other people were reporting that too. I was seeing it on Twitter. I was seeing it, because my wife was still running the Boost Infinite Facebook page while I had to take myself out of it because, they were like, you can't be a part of that. I'm like, fine, I'll leave. I seen people posting on there talking about it. Like, my wife would tell me all the time, like, hey, so-and-so said this. She would let me see what people were posting just so I knew what was going on the Facebook page. And I was like, oh shit, this is bad. So anyways, I went live a little bit longer than what I was planning to. So I'm just going to end it pretty much as this and say it just like this. Okay. The plan itself seems great. It seems great for the iPhone users. You know what I mean? Because iPhones are pretty expensive phones, especially when you buy them outright. So this is a great option for those that's wanting to get a new iPhone and then to continuously get a new iPhone every year without the need of trade-in. So you don't have to trade in anything like on the iPhone 14 on Us Unlimited Plus plan that they have, right? So now basically Boost Infinite will have 3 plans. They will have the Infinite Access. They will have the Unlimited Plus with the iPhone 14 on Us, and then they will have the Infinite iPhone Access plan at $60 a month. Now, if you add any of the add-ons like the Speed Pass and all that other stuff, that $60 is going to go up. That's going to basically match Boost Infinite with Verizon and T-Mobile. I don't know if anyone noticed this, but yes, their base is very cheap, $25. You can't fucking argue that. But when you start adding on things and some of the perks that T-Mobile and AT&T is giving their postpaid customers and Verizon is giving their postpaid customers, Boost Infinite now becomes equal in price to those per line. Don't take my fucking word for it. Do the math. Go to each website and compare the plans, what they're giving, and compare the pricing, and then add on whatever add-on is Boost Infinite is offering to your base plan, and compare it to that plan AT&T, Verizon, or T-Mobile's offering. Find out. That's what I'm saying. This is one of those times where I will tell you to fuck around and find out. You'll find out that, with what you get with Boost Infinite, the things that you want to add on, Hotspot, Speed Pass, North America Connect, International Connect, add those things on, and you're especially with this Infinite iPhone Access plan, your monthly bill is going to be the same of what T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon's offering. And I'm just being honest. I don't have anything against Boost Infinite for those people that will come up on here and comment and be like, this guy fucking hates Boost Infinite. Like, no, I don't. I fucking use them. I still use them. I'm not, just because I feel a certain way about some of the decisions that they make. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that I hate them. I'm still fucking paying them to use the services. Come on. That's all I got for right now. What are your guys' thoughts? If you're part of the replay crew, hashtag Infinite iPhone Access to let me know that you watched the replay. Appreciate you guys for being here and hanging out with me. More to find out. And, if Dish is eye spying on me again, nobody from your area is feeding me info. So don't trip, potato chip. I gotta say that because, they be eye spying some shit. But anyways, I gotta go. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thanks. Appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow when I do my Pixel 6a unboxing. If FedEx actually fucking delivers it on time. Peace.